Flynn.
Hi.
He's not a car guy anymore, though.
Cars are gross. Is that going?
Hey, what's up guys? Come from Unified. So today we're going to be cutting out the factory seat brackets on the floor here in White Nightmare, as you can see right here. And so we're going to drill all these spot welds out, and then we'll get rid of the factory ones. I'm going to make some out of some 1x2 tubing, and then on the back here I'll do just some flat steel, so that way it makes the seat lean back a little bit, help Brad get some head clearance. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So as you can see here, I took and cleaned all this up with my angle die grinder with just a Scotch-Brite pad on it, like a little 2-inch. But I do that so I can see the little circle right there? So that's a spot weld. So then we're going to take our spot weld drill bit and we're going to drill all those out. You can see there's a bunch of them. Drill all those out, and then we'll take a hammer and a chisel and we'll pop this out of here. If everything goes right, it should be pretty easy. So we'll see. So my tripod's kind of a piece of crap, so when I'm banging on the floor it doesn't really like to stand up. So what I did here is I center punch all of these before I use the spot weld drill bit, and so that way the spot weld drill bit doesn't walk on you, because I mean that's what you're drilling. And if you look at these bits, they have rather aggressive teeth on them, so they'll break the teeth pretty easy if you're walking around or it slips or whatever. So you just want to take your time and, you know, be careful when you do it, and it'll just go better. And as you're drilling, if you're, I don't know, I kind of know the sound of it, so I'm used to listening for it, but when you're drilling, you can kind of hear it and feel it if you just take your time and go easy when it gets through that layer of metal, because you don't want to go straight through the floor right here, because then you have a hole. We're not trying to do that. So just take your time. Yeah, so you see how this one's kind of on the edge right there? So to drill the spot weld, you're going to catch the edge of the metal. It's not like this one where it's all the way in. So what I always do is I start on the far side away from that edge, so then it rolls around to it, instead of trying to bite that edge and then you end up breaking your bit. So now, as you're watching there, so that whole thing popped up on that last spot weld. So I have two more over here that are going to be kind of a pain, because the one's so low to the ground, or low to the floor, close to the floor. So I'll see if I can get in there. So I got a little 10 mil bolt that's coming up from the bottom right here, so I got to go get that out, and then we should be able to pop this up. Okay, so I got that 10 mil out. It's actually the 10 mils for the plastic sheathing that like your brake lines and your fuel line and all that run in. So if you're doing this on like a, you know, more of a street car, then you'll have to find a way to reattach that to your new seat mount bracket. But if you're doing it on a race car, you're probably going to replace all that anyway and run different fuel and brake lines, so it really doesn't matter. Which is what we're going to do. So, now that all the spot welds are drilled out, we should be able to just pop this thing off, like that. And there it is. So, now we can move over to here. We'll get this little guy. We'll get that one out. And then we can start building the tubing and whatever for the new seat mount brackets. Alright, so we got that second one out. I figured you guys didn't need to watch me do that. So now you have all these little, where the spot welds were, it's raised up. So you have to take some sort of grinder. Like I have this one with a flap disc on it that I'm going to use. I just grind them down so they're nice and flat. So then when we lay the new metal in there, it can lay flat in there and not have anything in its way. And I probably should have said this before, but anytime you're doing anything, always make sure you wear some safety glasses. I know I wasn't wearing any while I was drilling because I forgot. So, but yeah, always make sure grinding, cutting, drilling, anything like that, you're always wearing safety glasses. Eyes are important, kind of need them. Well, apparently my outlet doesn't work. So now that we got that done, see I ground all those down, and then I ground a lot over here because I'm going to weld a plate over there where my piece of tubing will attach, and then same with over here. I had to clean that up a little better because there's caulking in there and over here, and then I'll clean that up better with the grinder. Yeah, and then over here, I'm probably going to have to like pound this down, make it flat, so I can put that piece of steel in there, and I don't know, I'll have to look at it a little different, see what's going on when I get there. But other than that, so that's when you get all the factory brackets out. That's what it looks like.
String to be in there. Okay, where's that bracket?
Alright, so as you can see, we got this all welded in. And then we got those studs welded in there. And this modified seat bracket, which is, you can see the part number there. And then we just cut off the factory mounting tabs. So it sits on there like that. So once the seat's bolted to it, bolt right in. And then what we wanted to do is we wanted to get a little tilt. So the seat tilted back a little bit, so it's a little more comfortable. So if it's not enough, the cool thing is now you can, if you needed to put a few washers under there to give it a little more, you could do that as well. Well, so there you have it. Nice little install, some seat mounting brackets so you can lower your seat. And I don't know, I like it. I'm comfy. Like, this is my eye level right here, looking out. Sits pretty low. You know, door shut. Plenty of room there for the cage and all that. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty sweet. We just gotta get Brad over here. Make sure that, you know, there's plenty of room, which you can see. I mean, I don't know, what is there, 8 inches there? So I mean, Brad's shorter than I am, so he should be able to fit in here just fine with a helmet on, which before his head hit the ceiling. So yeah, should work out nice. So thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and like the video, and we'll see you in the next one.